Bobby Flay is one of the most popular celebrity chefs in America. He's also had several wives during his many years in the spotlight. Here's the scoop on Bobby Flay's ex-wives and any current women in his life. After authoring approximately 15 cookbooks, appearing on more than 20 Food Network shows, and owning numerous restaurant locations, it's safe to say that Bobby Flay is one of the most well-known celebrity chefs around. Flay made his first appearance on the Food Network in 1994, and since then he has regularly hosted programs including Worst Cooks in America and Beat Bobby Flay, in which two chefs come on to win a chance to compete against Flay. His professional life has been well documented through his appearances on the Food Network, and his personal life has been of growing interest as well. Most recently, Flay publicly dated actress Helena York from 2016 through 2019. York is probably best known for a recurring role as Amy Breslin on The Good Fight and for her starring role as Brooke on Comedy Central's The Other Two.
And Brookie, my little dancing queen.
I haven't danced in 12 years.
Prior to dating York, Flay has been married 3 times, with his second marriage resulting in one daughter, Sophie Flay. In addition to his marriages, Flay has been linked to several women, including Mad Men star January Jones and fellow chef Giada De Laurentiis. As his career began to take off, Bobby Flay married fellow chef Deborah Ponzek in 1991 when he was 26. The couple got engaged over lunch at An American Place, a restaurant that was located in the Murray Hill neighborhood of New York City, after just a few weeks of meeting each other in 1990. Flay proposed to Ponzek with a pear-shaped diamond ring. Ponzek was an engineering student at Boston University before dropping out to attend the Culinary University of America. Flay studied at the French Culinary Institute in New York City. The two chefs met when Bobby Flay was working at Miracle Grill in New York City's East Village. Their wedding and reception were held at the Rainbow Room in New York City. The reception included a multi-course meal that was prepared by Andrew Wilkinson, who was the executive chef at the Rainbow Room at the time.
It's like you're in a time machine being taken back to another time. It's the best room in New York City.
For dessert, the couple had a vanilla and blackberry wedding cake made by Sylvia Weinstock, a New York City-based baker who has also made cakes for Donald Trump and Martha Stewart. After 2 years of marriage, Bobby Flay and Deborah Ponzek divorced in 1993. It didn't take her long to find love again, as she married husband Greg Adonisio in 1994. The couple first met in 1984 while attending culinary school together. After graduating from culinary school, Adonisio worked at the Pear Tree in Rumson, New Jersey, before opening his own restaurant, the Miramar Beach Inn. That restaurant was located in California, which became Adonisio's home for the next 7 years. When Adonisio moved back east, he saw his former classmate doing a cooking demonstration on a late-night TV show and reconnected with her. Ponzek left New York when she married Adonisio and moved north to Connecticut. In 1995, she and her husband opened up Eau Delicieuses, a restaurant store and catering company based in their new state. On the company's website, Ponzek wrote, "After settling down with 3 kids in Connecticut, our goal for the company became providing delicious homemade food made with healthy ingredients that was easy to bring home to your family." They now have 4 locations throughout the state in Riverside, Greenwich, Darien, and Westport. Bobby Flay didn't stray too far when meeting his second wife, as they both were working on shows for the Food Network when they met in 1994. Kate Connolly was working as a co-host on Robin Leach Talking Food when she came across Flay, who appeared as a guest on the show. Connolly, who was a single mother at the time with a son, went on her first date with Flay at the Monkey Bar in New York City. Flay said the fact that she was a single mother was one of the reasons that he was attracted to her. They were engaged a few months after the first date and married October 1st, 1995 at Flay's restaurant Bolo. On April 16, 1996, Flay became a father when his second wife, Kate Connolly, gave birth to their daughter, Sophie. Sophie, now 25, works as a community journalist for ABC7 in Los Angeles. For her work at ABC7, she's covered muralists honoring Kobe Bryant, Silver Lake neighborhood council meetings, and community fridges offering free food to struggling neighbors during the COVID-19 pandemic. In addition to her work for ABC7, Sophie Flay is a contributor to Localish and co-hosts the show The Flay List with her dad. As co-hosts of The Flay List, Sophie and her dad travel around New York City looking for the best local meals.
We just thought it would be kind of fun to do what we like to do most, which is go and eat and go to restaurants.
Sophie has also joined her dad on Beat Bobby Flay and Brunch at Bobby's. Bobby Flay and Kate Connolly filed for divorce in 1998, just 3 years after marrying. 2 years later, Flay met actress Stephanie March, who was starring on Law & Order Special Victims Unit at the time. March played Alexandra Cabot on the series and appeared in more than 90 episodes. She even starred in a spin-off series, Conviction. Her acting career began in 1997 when she played Arlene in an episode of Early Edition, a TV show that ran on CBS from 1996 until 2000. March's most recent movie role is Deb Green in the TV movie A House on Fire, which was released in early 2021. March has appeared in numerous movies and TV shows, although her most notable role to date was playing Cabot in the Law & Order universe. She has also had minor roles in 30 Rock and Rescue Me. Unlike his first dates with his previous 2 wives, Bobby Flay and Stephanie March were set up on a blind date in 2000. The couple had their first date at New York City's Nobu, the famed sushi restaurant owned by Nobu Matsuhisa, a Japanese celebrity chef. They dated for 3 years before Flay proposed in December 2003. Flay popped the big question during the holiday season while ice skating at New York City's Rockefeller Plaza, which coincidentally was where his first marriage to Ponzek was held. He proposed to March with a princess-cut engagement ring. They were engaged for 2 years before the couple finally tied the knot. Throughout their time together, March appeared on several of Flay's Food Network shows, including 8 appearances on Boy Meets Grill with Bobby Flay, Bobby Flay Fit, Throwdown with Bobby Flay, and Iron Chef America, the series. After 5 years together, Bobby Flay and Stephanie March were married on February 20th, 2005 at St. Peter's Episcopal in New York City by Reverend K. Dennis Winslow. March, an alum of Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois, kept her own last name throughout the marriage, which lasted 10 years before they filed for divorce in 2015. The couple ended their marriage amid rumors that Flay, who was 50 at the time, was having an affair with his assistant, Elise Terrell, who was 28 at the time. Terrell worked at one of Flay's restaurants, Bar Americaine, before becoming the famous chef's assistant. In response to the allegations, Flay's representative released a statement saying they would not publicly respond to the alleged affair. March and Flay had a prenuptial agreement in which Flay had to pay his ex-wife $5,000 a month. After filing for divorce, things turned ugly for Bobby Flay and ex-wife Stephanie March, as personal details about the relationship and marriage began getting leaked to numerous sources. One of the leaks alleged that when March had an emergency appendectomy in November 2013, Flay did not turn up to be at her side. According to TMZ, March had the emergency surgery after her appendix burst, and Flay didn't come to her bedside at the hospital until the day after her surgery. He also reportedly left before she was discharged, saying he had to work and offering to send his assistant to help his wife out as she recovered in the hospital. That wasn't the only time that Flay wasn't there for March, as they spent their 10th and ultimately final anniversary apart. On the day of the milestone event, Flay was attending the Food Network and Cooking Channel South Beach Wine and Food Festival, alongside fellow chefs Giada De Laurentiis, Guy Fieri, and Duff Goldman. On February 21st, 2015, the day after the couple's 10-year anniversary, Flay hosted Bobby Flay's Caribbean Heat at the festival. Following her emergency appendectomy in 2013, then a surgery to help her endometriosis 1 month later, March went under the knife an additional time to have breast implants. The surgery, which took place in August 2014, brought March to her knees, which she wrote about in an essay for Refinery 29. In the essay, March said that while she had no problems with plastic surgery, the decision to get breast implants ultimately wasn't a good one for her. March noted that she only had the surgery because she felt like her life was out of control. March wrote in the essay, "I was 39 years old and my life was disintegrating. Couldn't get a job I wanted on camera, couldn't get attention from my production projects, couldn't travel the world far enough or fast enough or immerse myself in philanthropy enough to make it all go away." She also attributed this feeling to her marriage with Flay falling apart and having a difficult time coping with that. March said that she changed her body because she could not change anything else in her life, and that Flay was, quote, bewildered by her decision to have the surgery. 2 months after her breast augmentation, March found out that her right implant was infected. She was on antibiotics for 6 weeks before having the implant re-implanted, but then suffered another infection in December 2014 when she decided to have her implants removed for good. While her relationship with Bobby Flay ultimately didn't work out, Stephanie March didn't let that stop her as she continued to search for love. She found it just 2 years after her divorce when she married tech investor Dan Benton at the home that they share in Katona, New York. March was introduced to the investor a few months after her divorce from Flay, and their first date was at the Orient Express, a bar in New York City's West Village. Benton, who is 15 years March's senior, is the founder of Andor Capital, a hedge fund that shuttered in 2016. He proposed to the Law & Order Special Victims Productions unit actress while they were vacationing together in Greece. At the wedding, March wore a Dolce & Gabbana dress and borrowed her sister's earrings. Her best friend played the Star Wars theme song on March's grandmother's piano as she walked down the aisle, as both the bride and the groom are big fans of the franchise. The wedding ceremony was followed by an outdoor luncheon at the home. After Bobby Flay and ex-girlfriend Helena York split in 2019, the famous chef admitted on his show Beat Bobby Flay that he's, quote, very single, adding that York, quote, kicked him to the curb. Flay made the revelations about his love life to actress Fran Drescher, who was making a guest appearance on his show. Flay fans were excitedly wondering if he had found a new love interest when he mentioned the name Christy in an Instagram video he posted in December of 2019. However, it turns out the Christy he referred to in the video is most likely his assistant, Christy Bach, who began working for the culinary extraordinaire in 2018. Before that, she had been employed by Mario Batali and had worked in the Delish test kitchen. It was a bit difficult to meet new people in 2020 due to social distancing requirements, and Flay has not been linked to anyone new since his breakup with York. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.